defeating what? The giants in what? Our life. Now we don't talk about the giants that Israel faced hundreds of years ago. But that doesn't mean anything to us. And we can see some relevance in our lives. And surely, all of us have some giants. Amen now. Your giants may not be my giants, but we all have some, and many of us have more than one giant too. And if we, so everybody that comes forward, just tell us what are those things that we're struggling with. We be here all day and all night. Because we are people that are full of power. And I want to read from 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, verses 32 through verse 34. Now, I want you to repeat after me because this is a powerful chapter. I'll be alluding to the whole chapter, but I want to cue in on some very specific things. And since it's already up there, I'll just read with you this. So I can see that as anyway. And David said, Saul, that no man's heart failed. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine, to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep. And there came a lion and a bear and took the lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lions and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. All right. Now that's a sermon for itself, isn't it? We got to go to the part. The giants defeating, I started to say, dealing with. But this is kind of giant you don't just deal with. That's right. There are some things you got to kill right now. And I'll get to that later and make it more real for you. Sometimes you have to kill. And some people just deal with it. Now, facing giants can be an intimidating experience. Our text takes us to the crux of an impending conflict between the Philistines and the army of Israel. And this was located in the Battle of Elam, a vast canyon nearly 1 mile wide. On opposite sides of the valley was sloped terrain and situated on the facing slopes of the armies of Israel and the Philistines. The imposing Goliath appears in verse 4, announced as the champion of the Philistines. Oh, he was some kind of man. This military champion steps out ready for battle. He stands well over 9 feet tall. Wow. And he has the fiercest weapons, a bronze dagger with a spearhead weighing almost 25 pounds. Are you with me? He makes Shaquille O'Neal look like a baby. He wore a bronze helmet and a heavy coat with bronze leggings. Goliath offers a challenge to the Israelite soldiers in verse 8. They were standing down in the valley. He demands for someone to face him in battle. In verse 16, he informs us that this continued for 40 days. Can you imagine this big old giant standing and saying, "I'll work somebody to come out and challenge me." 40 days. And this paralyzed the Israelite army, even the most strongest of men. 40 days. And that's wow. And so, there at the day, Goliath breathed his threats and challenged him with flaunting his size and tremendous strength. By the very sight of Goliath, the armies of Israel were dismayed and they were greatly afraid. The Hebrew wording reveals that the spirit of the mighty Israel army was beaten down. They felt already defeated. They were paralyzed with fear. Now, personal valleys become the sites of personal conflicts. They are the giants of the soul. Goliath comes in many forms and shapes. We have Goliath today. Amen? And those Goliaths may come in different forms. But some of you now have giants that you're facing. And don't be dismayed. Because if you're not facing giants now, they never come. Right. Don't be so surprised that you're facing some things. Amen? Just join the human race. Thereby, you see, your time may come. Occupation. You may have financial. Now, how many of you have financial? I'm here to raise your hand. I see your face. How many of you have a medical now? Personal. You know, but you don't want to share with everybody. You don't want your business in the street and all. I see it. Emotional now. Marital giants. Relationship giants. Habitual giants. So it's another matter for you have a name out here. I'll have to name it. Just call it. I want you to not just dwell back there so heavily. I want you to be able to extrapolate from an Old Testament story and in order to make it real in your life today. I would not have done my job if I can't do it. To make it real for you in your life, and there's no need of you sitting there looking so sophisticated. Right. And so severe in your dressed up clothes, right. Trying to seem to appear to everybody to be so. You might as well be real. And deal with it. In 1 Peter 5:8, I think I gave this scripture to and that girl? Yes, sir. I don't even have to quote. I don't have to worry about this. This quote, I'll just let you. How many like this? How many like to read? Praise God. It takes more time to get this out. But you know, I don't mind because this is helping me free. Yeah. Be sober. Be what? Be vigilant. Be proper. Your adversary, the devil, and what? Walking about ceasing whom you may divide. See, the devil is walking about, he's trying to find the right person whom he can work his devil on. See, you never, I don't care how good you're living now, the devil wants to bring you down. Right. He wants to tear you down. He doesn't want you to be successful in your Christian journey. That's why you have to be what? Sober. Vigilant. You should always be aware of the possibility of him trying to ensnare you. And that's why we need to be careful. Am I right about it? And also, notice that in verse 23, Goliath has now crossed, he's going to plug upon this life now, that he has crossed the ravine at the base of the valley. If you tolerate a giant long enough, he'll take over your territory. Right. And move right into your camp. The devil asks for your finger, give you the fingers in what? Give you your hand. Oh, just give you your hand. They ask for your arm, you give them your arm. Oh, okay. And then before you know it, he has you. And that's why it's so important for us to be aware of people. You know, and as he talked to them, behold, there came unto the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words, and David heard it. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were so afraid. They were afraid of this man. Right. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that has come up? Surely the high Israel, he come up. And it shall be that the man who killed him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in it. And that's something. Whoever steps up to be this man, he's going to be a rich man himself. Yes, sir. But you know, David wasn't interested in getting rich. He was interested in getting out. Right. He was interested in fighting for the cause. Thereby saying, a battle with a giant can be a lonely experience. It can be a very lonely experience. And some of you sometimes may think, nobody knows the trouble I see. How did you say this? Now, no, now. You can raise your hand now. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows. But there's somebody who knows. Am I right? God knows. The trouble, it can be lonely. Because you pray that if you stand with somebody, they can put your business in the screen, or they're going to misinterpret things. And you just keep those things to yourself. And sometimes the chance to destroy. And that, my friends, we can understand then for 40 days, Goliath had issues, his challenges, and only to be met with principles of victory. But on the 41st day, someone decided to answer. For 40 days, King Saul and his army stood paralyzed with fear and defeated in spirit. But on the first day that David hears a boastful threats, he can't keep silent. Some interesting things should be noted here. Number one, giants often show up on the way to God's purposes being realized in our lives. So as soon as we, that's why you have to be careful. As soon as you get on Eagle Street, somebody comes along and breaks up the concrete. That's the way life is. As soon as you think I'm situated, everything, oh man, boom. And that's why you have to be always on guard. Be so
hope and peace of us. Because the devil has nothing good to you. And good. And notice, all that stuff that's going to be given to whoever will fight this giant with Goliath and will win, David wasn't interested in that. And secondly, don't get distracted by the criticism of others when you face a personal battle. Verse 28 in our text reveals the attitude of Goliath. David's oldest brother, he had been passed over for the kingly throne. His response to David is an outright question of character and an attempt to humiliate. The average person may take this issue with Goliath's words, but David was focused on the real conflict. Is that not called? Oh, verse 9. Isn't that something? That should be on the tips of all of our lips. And verse 29. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a call? Yes. And when you stand up and fight for the Lord and do his work, you have to realize you are fighting for a cause. Is there not a cause? And all of us are kind of cause for which we should contend. And I like that it stands out in the text. Is that not a cause? Are you taken up with why I'm here and not concerned about this Philistine standing before the armor of Israel, mocking our God? Be careful to avoid wasting precious energy fighting the wrong enemy. A lot of times we don't realize that even when we have little shirts packed with different people, little stacks here and there, you say, and you want to fight that person or this person, but you should realize it's not so much that person or this person, it's the devil working in them. That's right. That's what I said again. It's the devil working. And you saw all this, but you said that. But Brother Herbert always, that's not what so when you see a person acting nasty, you should be fighting the devil, not that person. Amen now? So many of us want to fight each other rather than the devil. Okay, say amen if you can. That's the devil working. The devil works through the children of disobedience. I need to say that again, huh? The devil works through the children of disobedience. Therefore, that means that we must fight our fight not against each other. We are the army of God, and the worst thing that an army can do is start fighting one another. Can you say amen to that now? Don't fight each other. Fight the devil who's behind it all. Amen. I think I was your amen there. Notice, if you please, verse 33. 17:33. Something that I want to show you. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine, to fight with him, but thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. But David didn't allow his youth to keep him from fighting for God. Amen. And young people, I want to lay this out to you. You're never too young to work for God. Amen? That's why I was so glad to see so many young people out. I've been going along with the older ones. You're never too young. Don't say, well, I'm going to wait till I get Brother Maxwell age. And then no, I'm going to wait that long. Don't even wait till you get Brother Herbert's age. You need to start while you're young. Give your life to Christ. And I can see these young men, that's the time. They get our best gospel preachers of those that started young. And I know we have some good ones that started old, but the best ones I've seen in brotherhood, those who started in the teens. But I always caution the young men. I said, now remember this. The younger you start, you have to remember the devil is going to take advantage of you, make you feel that you miss your youth. Then when you get to be older, then you just